We were talking a little bit kind of about why I think this conversation is important. And that's that there are a lot of varying opinions on youth sports, whether parents want to be in them or they think they're too much, or their whole entire life is wrapped up in youth sports and it's all they can talk about and think about. There's just like a lot. There's a large spectrum. And I think it's something that everybody thinks about on the regular. So, what do you guys see from your experience as dads and in the professional world? What do you see going on in youth sports? Like, what are some of the themes that you're seeing or experiencing?
Yeah. Well, I'll start just by saying part of the reason why we wrote the book is that we were feeling all those same things, even as former athletes and people that work in the sports world. It really is, the youth sports world is an industry now. It's a massive multi-billion-dollar industry that has a value system and is super expensive and wants to take all your time. And just like any business, when lots of people start getting involved in the business, they keep coming up with new ways to take more time and spend more money. And what we were really feeling, even as we were a part of it ourselves, is that kids' interest. I mean, youth sports is really supposed to be about the kids being able to play a game. And when they turn into commodities and the game turns into an industry, then one of the consequences is going to be that their best interest is probably lower on the list for the people that are running things. So both Brian and I, and again, I'll stop with that and let Brian take the baton, but both Brian and I just said, okay, how do we get off the merry-go-round, even as we're a part of it? And as Christian parents, ask, how can we actually help our kids follow Jesus in the midst of that? I mean, that's really where we were going to.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we decided to be on this team or that team, or how much is too much, or which days are we going to commit to, and all this. I mean, that's going to look different for everybody. But if we're going to be involved in it, how do we live in a more Christian way as we walk alongside our kids and journey with them, even as we're being affected by the system? How do we recognize what's happening to us so that we can help our kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, and why does any of that matter? It's Romans 12. Do not be conformed to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so for us as Christian parents, we need to be aware of what we have kind of pegged the youth sports industrial complex. We need to be aware of how it is discipling us as parents and also discipling our kids, because if we're giving large amounts of our time, energy, and money to this system, we need to do it with wide eyes and know what this system is intending to do with us and our kids. And it's really, they're trying to win and they're trying to make money, the system is. And so all that to say, what we're not arguing for is to just like run away and form our own separate Christian clubs and huddle together. We're trying to help parents see that there is a way forward where you can still exist within a broken system, that sports, something created by God to be good, has been broken and twisted. We can still exist in this system and move forward and do so in ways that are different from the rest of the world. But a lot of times we just don't think creatively enough to and wonder, what does that actually look like? Because the Bible's not going to tell us directly how do you deal with youth sports in 2025. And so we need to do some creative thinking there. And that's what we're trying to do in this book, is just help bring the Bible, God's word, to bear on this current moment in youth sports and say, how do we live faithfully in this system?
Right. And I think it would be so easy and it's so tempting sometimes to just be like, let's just quit it all. Like, let's not do the sports. Let's like go against culture and just say we're not going to be a part of it. But I just don't think that's the reality for that many people. I mean, I think I've mentioned on this podcast before, like both my sons, their main sport is baseball. We also have some basketball in there, some football, some karate. My daughter dances, which is like a one sport thing, but to be a dancer, you have to be a gymnast now too. Our family, we are like right in the sports mode. So I come at this conversation curious and needing help as much as, I mean, anyone else. So it's not like I know what what is best here.